Joining me now is Scott Williamson. He is the Managing Director at Blackstone Minerals. Great to see you again.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So lots happening with the company, namely this strategic merger with IDM, and you also did a private placement of nearly $23 million. And so you've got this project now in the Philippines, in Mankayan. So what does that all mean for the project?
Yeah, so we're now moving into the copper gold space. This is a world-class porphyry project. 20 million ounces of gold equivalent. So we've got 10 million ounces of gold, another 10 million ounces of gold equivalent in the copper. So it's a very large copper gold porphyry, but particularly high gold grades. So gold grades are even higher than the copper. So typically a porphyry, your gold grade might be a little bit lower than your copper. In this case, the gold grades are higher than the copper. So it's almost a gold copper porphyry as opposed to a copper gold porphyry.
Okay. Now you're getting a lot of institutional support, including Macquarie out of Australia, cornerstone investors. Why do you think there's such interest?
Yeah, these assets are very strategic. Macquarie, it was great to get them on board with the cornerstone position. They did a lot of work, a lot of due diligence. They particularly like the Philippines as a growth story for their business. So they invest in the Philippines in other parts of their business, but particularly like the strategic nature of these types of ore bodies. So very large ore bodies, large amounts of copper, and very strategic. So yeah, they're keen to work with us for the longer term. So it's very much a long-term investment for them.
And then what kind of value are you looking to create the next year or so? What can investors look forward to?
Yeah, it's really about rediscovering this asset. It's been around for 50 years, but we think that it's completely underdone on the exploration, particularly for the fact that there's just no data. We don't have any geophysics, no soils. Typical data sets that you'd expect from an advanced asset, we just don't have. So we're now going to layer up that data, rediscover it, and we think it could be a lot bigger than it currently is. So yeah, it's underpinned by a really strong resource, 80% indicated, but we think it's completely underexplored. So yeah, it's about getting the drill rig spinning, some real deep drill holes. We've just got a drill rig that can do 1.8 kilometre holes.
Wow.
So yeah, big, deep drill holes, world-class asset, and real excitement around exploration.
All right, very good. Now we know gold is going great guns and gold stocks. Copper's in a good position right now. So what does that mean for Blackstone Minerals? How does it fit into the landscape, do you think?
Yeah, it's interesting because we've got just as much gold as we have copper. I think copper's probably the next one to run. At the moment, we're focusing on the gold, but yeah, it's just as much an amazing copper play as well. So we're getting a lot of interest from strategics, particularly on the copper, because copper ore bodies are really hard to find, particularly of this scale. So yeah, it's about really de-risking this asset, but it's much bigger than we can handle. So someone much bigger will come along, and yeah, looking forward to what that looks like over the coming years.
All right, very good. Thanks, Scott.
Thank you.
Good stuff. Scott Williamson, Managing Director over at Blackstone Minerals.